Hi everyone. Today we are going to be looking for, not lurking, we're looking for finding simple interest. What is simple interest? Well, have you ever wanted to purchase a car? Or have you ever looked at a bank account, having a savings account? All of these types of things use interest. There's an interest rate, there's simple interest, there's different parts where we can use interest, and interest is money that is either paid or earned when you lend money or borrow money. So let's first look at the word interest. So interest is money that is paid or earned when you use or lend money. Money earned or paid when lending or borrowing money. All right, so let's talk a couple of things. Examples are a bank account. When you have a savings account or a checking account, all of the money in a bank earns interest. They pay you for putting your money into a bank account and saving it. This is called interest. The reason why they do that is because they borrow money from you in order to pay other people's loans and things like that. But you always have your money within the bank. It's weird, I know. So banks borrow your money, and in order to repay you, they give you interest. Okay, on the flip side of that, you pay an interest rate when you are borrowing money. So if you have a credit card, when you're using a credit card, that's borrowing money from a bank. So because you're borrowing money from the bank, you're giving them extra to make up for it. So this money is either earned or paid when lending or borrowing money. Okay? The principal is the amount of money that is borrowed or deposited. So the word principal, it's spelled the same as like a principal of a school. Principal is the amount of money borrowed or deposited. So if you borrow money to buy a car, the loan is the amount that you borrowed. That's the principal. So your loan would be the principal. Now, the word simple interest is money that is paid or earned only on this principal. So whatever you've borrowed or deposited. It's not paid on different color. I'm running out of colors here. Oh, there. I forgot I got a new pen. Here's a new pink one. So it's the amount of money borrowed or deposited. So simple interest is just interest that is paid on your principal. Okay, so simple interest is money that is paid on the principal. All right, this probably is not making a lot of sense right now, But once we start to put this into some words, some examples, you will see what exactly I mean. Okay, so for example, let's look at example A. Example A, you deposit $500 into a savings account. So you deposit $500 into a savings account. Okay. The account earns 3% simple interest per year. And it says, what is the balance after 3 years? After 3 years. So we're looking at time. Okay. So there is our problem, and the way that we solve simple interest problems is we are going to use a formula, okay? We're going to use a formula. The formula that we're going to use looks like this. This right here, this stands for simple interest. So this is your simple interest. Is I. Okay? And then you are going to have P. P is the principal. Okay, so P is your principal. We will sub in for that. Times R, which is your annual interest rate. So your interest rate. And then last but not least, you're going to have T for time. How long do you have the loan for? Or how long do you have it deposited? Or how long is the balance good for? So here's what we're going to use. We will sub in many of these different things. Okay, so 3%. We know 3% is the same thing as saying 0.03 hundredths. So we're going to convert our rate of 3% into a decimal so that we can find the total. So we're going to look at solving for I. So we're going to solve for I. I equals, what is our P? Our principal is $500. We start with $500. That's our starting value. Our rate of time, we're going to multiply this by the rate per time. The rate is 0.03 or 3 hundredths, 3 over 100 for percent. Okay? And then last but not least, we have time, which is 3 years. So we're going to multiply all of this by 3 years to get a total. So let's start by finding 500 times 0.03. So I'm going to bring my calculator over. I'm going to do the first part. 500 times 0.03. And that gives us 15. And now we're going to multiply that by 3. Well, 15 times 3 gives us 45. So the interest that we make, the total money, the simple interest, the money made on the principal is $45. So we're going to take this number now because they want to know what is the balance after 3 years. So we're going to take our original $500, add the 45 to it, and that gives us $545. That is how much money is in the account at the end. So we're just using substitution. We're taking the information that they give us and we're subbing in for the different letters. Okay. All right. So let's do another example. It says that you have $200 in a savings account and the account earns 2% interest per year. What is the balance after 5 years? So we're going to look at breaking this down. We have example B. We deposit $200. Okay, that's part of the information. In a savings account, we earn 2%. Simple interest. So we're going to earn 2%. That's our rate. And we want to know for 5 years. And they're asking us what is the final balance. So we're going to use this exact same I equals PRT. And we're going to sub in. So we're going to deposit $200. That's our principal right there. $200. The rate is 2%, or we need to convert this to 0.02. 2 over 100, right? So times 0.02. And the time, we're going for 5 years. So times 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and multiply this out and see what we get. So we have 200 times 0.02. That gives us 4. So we get a total of 4. And now we're going to multiply that by 5, and that gives us 20. So we're making $20. So we're going to take this and we're going to add it to our principal. So 20 plus 200 equals a total of $220. All right, it is your turn now to do a try it. Again, you're just using this formula, subbing in the different parts, and then solving. So let's give you your try it for today. The try it says, what is the balance in an account after 9 months when Okay, before we do our try it, I want to make sure that you understand that this time is in years. So if it were months, you would need to convert that to like a fraction. How many months out of 12? Okay, that's just one thing I wanted to say real quick. Okay, so now we're ready for our try it. Our first try it that we're going to do says to deposit $150 in an account, and we deposit $150 into a bank account. That bank account earns 6% simple interest for 6 years. So I want to know after 6 years, how much is that worth? How much money is in that bank account? Okay, that's one try it. Our second try it that we're going to look at is not loading. It just doesn't want to load, and I don't know why it doesn't want to load. That makes me sad, Panda. Okay, let's just do something different then. You deposit $20 in a bank account, and it earns 4% interest. After 4 years, what is the balance? Okay, so try it number 1. Try it number 2. You have $20 deposit. $4% simple interest rate, and 4 years. All right, so go ahead and hit pause right now so that you can solve both of these, and then when you're ready, come on back and check your understanding. All right, so we have I equals PRT. So our principal is $150. Our rate, we're multiplying by 0.06, and we're doing that for 6 years. So now we're going to find out what the interest rate is here. Clear? All right, so we have 150 times 0.06 times 6. And that gives us $54. We're going to add this 54 plus 150, and that gives us a grand total of $204 in the account at the end of 6 years. Okay, next we have a deposit of $20. I'm throwing my pen. Okay, a deposit of $20. Our principal, our interest rate is 0.04, and we're doing this for 4 years. So let's go ahead and multiply these things. So 20 times 0.04 equals that. It's not very much. And then we're going to multiply that by 4. So $3.20. So at the end of 4 years, your bank account now has $23.20. Every penny counts. All right, it is your turn now to answer your essential question. How do we calculate interest? How do we calculate simple interest? And then put your level of understanding out to the side. When you're finished, you can come on back to the Google Meet and ask for help, or you can go and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.